Hey, what's up, YouTube? My name is Deonte, Deomon1. Don't worry, I'm going to change the name soon. I'm actually just making this as two reasons for it being made. One is that I wanted to have a check-in with my friends who haven't seen me in a decent amount of time. I'm going to explain why in a moment. And then it's also an issue I wanted to discuss. So in May of 2015, I actually kind of quit Facebook. Uh, I didn't delete the account. I didn't want to just destroy 1,000 friends' connection to me simply because I was a little moody. Seemed really stupid. But I deleted Facebook because I was generally unhappy with the way I was acting on Facebook. I generally be a really huge ranting individual who was complaining about all of these things, and it was really coming off like a whiny little bitch. Um, so I definitely didn't want that anymore. I didn't like how that looked. I'm gonna, I'm gonna take this hood off. I'm gonna just, there we go. Uh, Sometimes I don't know why I wear it. I really don't. So Facebook was, my opinions on Facebook always came off in a really bad ways to me. And that doesn't just include those complaints and those rants I'd always go on where I was upset. That even includes when I was like in love. I had relationships where I wouldn't stop posting statuses about my significant other or making really weird looking pictures or even making signatures to include at the end of other statuses. That's right, my Facebook statuses had signatures at the end of them. It was it was pretty bad. Um, but but no, it was always that I just didn't like how it looked from that standpoint. That every time I posted it on Facebook, it felt a lot worse than it went in my head. And that includes the complaining, the rants, the love, etc., etc. So I decided I was going to take a sabbatical from not only Facebook, but also Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, anything that had a real connection to it with other people. I was just going to step back from. I'm actually, I'm actually going to put this hood back on. Feels, feels empowering. There we go. But what I did come across though is that my life has actually turned out to be a lot better. I'm a lot happier than I was back when I was on Facebook all the time. I'm eating healthier. You know, I drink more water. I'm going tap dancing now. I met a lot of new people in my life, people that I would hang with to the ends of the earth. I'm still doing capoeira, but even more vividly than before. Learning Portuguese even more than I was before. My writing has improved. I'm much more creative. Uh, I'm getting fit. I'm really getting back into my fitness. It's probably the most fit I've been in a very long time in my life. And my life is generally just much better. Oh, and there's the new job, which pays more money. So, but this video isn't about that stuff. My Facebook life has gotten much vivid since I left. It seems like things are going on all the time. But what happened was the other day I was adding one of my new friends on Facebook so that I could continue conversating with them about something and Facebook Messenger. And when I actually opened up the Facebook page, I saw a lot of things change. A lot of people's relationships with each other has changed. But one thing that I did notice that stayed the same was something I like to refer to as the hug box. Now, when I say the hug box, you think I'm referring to the internet hug box, which is more so that a box full of people who go, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. Hey, all right, you're fine just the way you are. You can be accepted any way you choose to be. Do you want to be a fox? Then you're a fox. You can be what you want. Not that hug box. Granted, that hug box is included in what I'm about to say, but that's only one of the many different types of hug boxes I've seen. That goes for and against arguments. So one thing I learned stepping away from Facebook is that I became a lot more opinionated about things. I generally became a lot more interested in how I did things. Uh, what I mean by that is that when I was a part of one of those hug boxes, when I was arguing with this group of collective of people who argued the exact same thing I argued, the point was so much simpler to us. We could just argue that one point and stick to it. And the problem was I had thousands of people who shared that exact same opinion with me. So because of that, I never thought I was wrong. We didn't think we were wrong. And why would we? We have all these other people telling us that we're not. But when I left Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, all of those websites, when I stepped back and seen the issues from my own room or my own computer, when I wasn't collectively discussing it with other people, I realized that it's a lot more complex than that. It's a lot more complex. And because of that, I was able to form a better and a lot more complex opinion about each thing. So now, instead of just being a part of that collective, I've taken everything by a case by case basis. Uh, you know, I'm actually, I kind of want to take the hood off again, but I don't want to take it off because then I don't feel the power of having a hoodie on. So I'm gonna put like, it's gonna be like right there. Yeah, yeah, that's ding. So what I learned, I guess, was you know, that that hug box mentality is really detrimental to arguments. It's really detrimental to learning things in general. Uh, it just doesn't encourage looking into an issue or researching things. It encourages being mad about the smaller things or being mad about general terming, general observation. But I learned that, looking at each thing, I can decide based on how much research I'm willing to do about each issue. So I guess this isn't really a video to say that you should quit Facebook. You shouldn't. Uh, the only reason I quit was because I was losing my head. I was constantly complaining about being stood up on dates or being canceled on. I was complaining about my relationships with women, or just generally how I didn't want everything to turn into a relationship. I was complaining about a lot of stuff that particularly doesn't relate to this. So I'm not telling you that quitting Facebook is necessary to gather a more complex and opinionated view on things. I'm just saying that it's probably best to take a step back from being a part of the group that's arguing a single point. It's probably best to look at the issue on your own and in your own time so that you can gather an opinion that works for you. Because the opinion that you share with the rest of them, it's not always going to be in black and white. It has the possibility of being in a gray shirt. You see, I'm in the gray. You see what I did there? Gray. But generally, just saying that when you form your own opinion, your own more complex opinion than the general nature opinion, it makes it easier to understand the issue and then do something about it, rather than us all complaining about the outer lying issue, which doesn't usually invoke a lot of change. Then again, I'm guessing that's an opinion of mine, so take it how you want. Generally, I just wanted to say I'm still doing great. I'm going to get back to Facebook at some point. I still have a lot more things I want to get done before I get back to Facebook, so it's going to be a while. I am working on something, so I'm going to get back into it being interactive. So, YouTube videos and stuff. Once I get a new username, I'm definitely going to be, you're going to see a lot more of that from me when I come back to it. I'm going to start being a little more proactive about things in general. I just wanted to say that I'm really really happy. I'm really happy right now. I could not be happier with my life. Well, I love life could use some work. That's kind of the reason I left Facebook. Nope, don't worry about that. Don't. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. I'm happy. Ah. But seriously though, I do want to say, I just want to say I'm doing really well here, and I just noticed that issue in particular. I'm going to be doing a lot better, and I'm only continuing to do better, so that when I come back to this pit of people, as I like to call it, uh, I'll have more to talk about. I have more to share. I'll have more I want to do, and I feel like that's really what I wanted to get out of this. So.